let me plug in. So I plug in. Watch this. You see that it's going to increase to, you see, now this is 1 point, so the arm draw is 1.3, 1.39. It was 1.38 before, so 1.40. This is 39. So it is charging this way. If it's not charging, the amp is going to be 0.0 blah blah. You look at it, has risen to 1.4. So as it is charging.
All right, so here before me is S78. The fault of this speaker is that it is not charging. It turns on, but you can't turn on this way. It only turns on when it's plugging. So here is it. I'm trying to turn it on. I've pressed and hold, no life. So if I'm going to plug in the charger, is going to indicate as if it's charging, but it will be blinking. It will not stable. All right, so I'm going to plug it in. Yep. So this is in. There will be light. Here's this light. You see. So let me turn it on. I've pressed and hold. It has turned on. Yeah. It has turned on. It seems it had gone off. Yeah. Press and hold again to turn it on. Nothing. Press again. So EQ is on. And it will go back off. Right, it's gone back off. It does not even make any sound. All right, it has gone off. Let me use a meter in order to check if there is app drawn. All right, so here is a meter. This is 5.18 volts, 0.03. Yeah. All right, so let me plug in. If it is charging, right? If it is charging, the arm draw will be going to it should be close to 1 or over 1 amp. Yeah, the indication. Let me see if there is specification on this about the amp of this speaker. Okay, nothing. All right, so let me plug in. So if it is charging, it's not going to indicate 0.03. Never. It's going to be like going to 1, even more than 1 amp. All right, so it will be drawing amp current. That means it is charging. So let me plug it in. It's plugged in. Is there a light? All right, plug in. So there is a light here. Then come back to this. You see, from 0.2 to 0.3, it seems to increase a little bit, but this is not enough to charge it. So that means it is not charging, right? So that is it. Let me see how this one can be fixed.
All right, so here is the S78. You remember, it was not turning on. Yeah. So it's only turned on when I plug in, and it will turn back off, right? And unplugging this, this amp stuck at 0. It didn't increase up to 1 amp. So that means it's not charging. Even though you plug it for 100 hours, it's not going to charge. So right now, let me turn this on. You see, it's on. There's a chime. Now it has connected to my phone. Yeah, it's like, look at the lights, like the light is stable, right? So it is stable. So it is working. So let me turn it back off. Yeah, good. So the speaker is off. Let me plug in. So I plug in. Watch this. You see that it's going to increase to, you see, now this is 1 point, so the amp draw is 1.3, 1.39. It was 1.38 before, so 1.40. This is 39. So it is charging this way. If it's not charging, the amp is going to be 0.0 blah blah. You look at it, has risen to 1.4. So as it is charging. And let's look at here. You see the charging. the charging light. Yeah, so it is working. Right, so let me turn it on. Yep, while plugging. So it's at turn on, it turned to 0, then it's going to come back up again. And it has connected to my device, my phone. Yes, 1.43, 1.41, 43, 44, 45. Yep. So it is charging. It is working now. Perfect. So what was the problem? Apparently, the problem was charging age. Okay, the battery was not charging. Right, the battery was not charging. Get to a point that the battery was completely drained. Then plug in. Meanwhile, this speaker has a charging problem, and the battery got drained. It also affects the battery. The battery also got damaged. So I fixed it on the board. I also fixed the battery. So I discovered that, there's this BMS, battery BMS. Example, this example of same S78. The BMS around there. So I figured out that there's a resistor there that should be about, is it 8 point something K or 9K resistor? Even 10K resistor will work, but the resistor is reading is reading mega ohms. It shouldn't be. So I got a good one. Then I replaced the resistor. So, and the I fixed on the board and the battery, everything is working fine. And here is it. The speaker is charging. You see, it still remains on. So let me unplug. All lights stable. Yeah, perfect. So that is all. That is how I fix this speaker right